Hello and welcome back to the Business of Lifestyle. We are going to try a different format because you will have noticed probably a bit of an absence, and I'm really passionate about creating content for you guys, and I really want the podcast to be on a regular basis. But I am a single mum, a solo parent, and I'm running a company. In fact, I'm running multiple companies, and I'm very, very busy with work. But it doesn't mean that this isn't a priority to me. It absolutely is. I'm really excited. I love the feedback that you're giving me, but I want to be able to do this more regularly. So I'm trying this different format. I'm going to do this safely and within the bounds of the law, but while driving. And I hope that I can record content more often whilst doing that. So you won't get my absolute attention. I'm obviously looking at the camera now because I haven't set off. You won't get my absolute attention in terms of eye contact because I'll keep on the road, but I'll be talking, and it'll just be, I guess, my genuine and usual brand of stream of consciousness stuff. So let's get into it. I am really excited because there's been lots and lots and lots of stuff going on. So this is being filmed from Manchester because I've been here for work today, which is exciting. Anybody that saw or got to book on my VIP days, there's, I think, 2 left in Scotland and 1 left in London. So if you go on my social media, if you're interested in those, then you can jump on there. If you don't follow me already, my handle is Miss Lauren Riley. So yeah, like, what have I been doing? Where have I been? Well, physically, this weekend I've been on a road trip. So I have been away this weekend. I took my daughter, and usually, like, I know I'm really well known for travel, right? So I go around all over the place, and typically tropical climes. But this was just in the UK, and it was beautiful. I absolutely adored it, and I really, really, really want to show us, like, so much more of the world, but also so much more of where we came from, where I grew up, etc. So we're on a road trip in the UK this weekend, and that was really beautiful. I put some pictures on Instagram as well just to share. And she's in a beautiful little phase. She's growing up really fast, my daughter. She's 3.5 now, and you can just have little conversations with her. And when we were with family, they'd take her out for a little baby chino, which was super, super sweet when we were visiting. So where have I been and what am I up to? So as you know, I have been coaching women for about pretty much a year now. So I've been mentoring for a lot longer than that. Obviously, I've been in business for like 12 years. But the actual coaching on a one-to-one basis been around 12 months, and I really love what I do. I love that I can give back. So my brand of coaching I named Success Coaching, and I was basically talking women through, like, what success looked like to them and helping them break that down. And it sounds like a really obvious question, but there's lots of layers, lots of utilization of positive psychology, etc., through all of that. And it was great, and I really enjoyed it, and I was getting really good results. But one of the things that I'm finding is that, you know, I talk about this a lot. You know, I've been a public speaker for over 10 years, and we talk about, like, diversity, and not everybody can afford a coach, and I get that. Like, I deeply get it. You know, I'm a single parent. I have been times in my life very, very well off and very, very not well off. So I fully respect that. I try and give as much as I can, like, through, so for example, if you join my mailing list, you'll get free resources there. There's a quiz to see, like, where you are on the following the success path, and what we can do to improve it. There's lots of resources I give out through my mailing list, so you can join that on laurenriley.co.uk. Obviously, I've got this podcast. I have social media. I try and sort of put things out there, but I understand the most transformative work is done on a one-to-one basis, and you can only do that by going to my website and purchasing one of the packages. However, I am also passionate about leveling the playing field so people can really get what they need from me. So I'm working on something big. I've not got it ready to launch yet, so I'm not going to talk about it in too much detail. But it's really exciting. But what I can do is talk about like the thought process that sat behind it. So I've been mentoring women, and I guess I've seen some commonalities. I've seen some themes that we are, not everybody, but quite a lot of us are working towards, and that is a freedom-based lifestyle. Now, freedom can mean a lot of things to a lot of people. Again, it's kind of a subjective term, right? But my particular brand of freedom and what I'm known for and what I talk about and my lived experience, like literally next year will be 20 years I've been doing this, is travel. Like, it's travel and freedom of location, to be able to go out there and just see the world. And I guess that is a common theme. Not that people come to me saying, I want to travel, but they want more of that in their life. They want more freedom. They want to be able to spend more time with their children. So themes of freedom could be passive income, for example. So we're looking at a business, like how do we automate things so that they can get out from behind their desk? That's a common one. But a lot of it is that they've got like society's limitations on us, right? So what do we believe is a life that we can live, and that is effectively the box that we are allowing ourselves to be put in by somebody else. And it's only when you come and work with somebody like me, or if you are fortunate enough to work with like a coach, a mentor, somebody in the space that is really good at actually calling you out when they're spotting a limiting belief or a societal expectation that's been placed upon you. And one of those like significant and it weighs really heavy on women is around when we become parents, when we become mothers, when we accept responsibility, that we don't travel anymore, or we don't live the life that we previously had, and we just accept some sort of lesser version. And I'm here to tell you that is absolutely not the case. Like, I get everybody's personal circumstances are unique, and this is not me sitting here going, well, I'm a millionaire so I can travel whenever I want because I've just got pots and pots of cash. That's actually not it. I'm here to say I lived this lifestyle when I had zero money in the bank, and I mean nothing, when I've been left as like a single parent, completely financially responsible for a child, and nothing to fall back on, all of the things. So I mean, I've got some stuff coming up where I can actually break that properly break that down for you, so I won't go into it here. But trust me, this is not a privileged statement of I can do it so you can, and don't get me wrong, there will be people who are out there with exceptional hardship and ways that, or disabilities, and things that we're not talking about the average person here, but for the average person, this is such an accessible lifestyle, and people don't live it because they don't believe that they can. And I'm really here to break down barriers there, not just in mindset, but in practical strategies. So that's what I've been working on, and I'm really excited about it. I definitely gave up on this as a dream, and I regret it. I regret the time that I allowed myself to not live the truest version of myself, and I'm so glad that I've come back to it, and I've learned so much along the way. So that's what I've been working on. I'm working on a way to deliver it that's accessible to everybody as well, as in price point wise, that I can make it so you're not having to come and join me in my sort of £10,000 coaching retainer. And yeah, so I'll probably just leave it there for now, because one of the things I've committed to when I'm doing these podcasts is just to make it short and sweet, is not to, because I have a tendency, remember in the past as a lawyer, I have a tendency to break down all the value points that I can deliver in that day and disseminate my knowledge, and I get it, people are busy, so I'm going to keep these short and sweet. But that's a real theme, and it's a real commonality, and I think one of the biggest things I could do from my coaching is just to share with you guys what other people, on a completely confidential basis of course, what other people struggle with, like, because when you're in that place, right, when you're struggling with something, when you're battling the tendency of, well, this is just me, this is a me problem, obviously I'm doing something wrong, I've not been able to figure this out yet, like, just to know that other people are in that space is so validating. And whether that's sharing a snippet from my own life, or whether it's sharing something from like my clients' lives, I really hope this is going to help. So I'll talk a little bit about the brand, I guess. So the Business of Lifestyle, I actually spun up just to be a podcast, but it's now actually going to be a company. So again, when I'm ready to launch, I will let you know what it is I'm doing. But for now, it's we're expanding the Business of Lifestyle to actually be a company, and the vision for it is so much bigger and so much more exciting than I ever thought it would have been. And so you'll see me talk about the Business of Lifestyle. I'm not necessarily talking about the podcast. I could be talking about the brand, the business itself. It's got a social media page as well. So if you look at the Business of Lifestyle on Instagram, then you can follow us along and you'll be first to see the announcements then. But yeah, for now I'd probably say go to my website, laurenriley.co.uk, sign up for my mailing list, because you'll get a ton of value there from success coaching and mindset work, but also you'll be the first to hear about what I'm launching and the basically accessible ways you can now access my knowledge once it's launched. So very much looking forward to hearing from that. Welcome back. If this is the first episode that you've heard, then you're welcome to go back and listen to the previous few. I talk about my backstory there. But for now, guys, just have a wonderful day. If you're here in the UK, it's looking a little bit miserable. We had a heat wave last week when I was doing my road trip with my daughter. So we got to go to the beach and stuff. It was super cute. Again, Instagram will show you the pictures for that. But right now it's looking a little miserable. But that's why I love the freedom lifestyle stuff that I'm doing, because it means that I never get too upset when the UK weather is rubbish, because I know that I won't be here that long. Anyway, guys, like I said, have a wonderful day, and I'll speak to you and do one of these again soon.